Howdy everybody, welcome back to another live play, and we've jumped into our first tip. Hey, if you go log out in the mine, prepare to fight more miners when you come back in. I was not prepared for that, but looky here! Oh, come on, Blunderbuss, reload, reload! Oh boy. Hope if I could hit the broadside of a barn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a little time getting some more shotgun shells together here. But, oh well, here we are! How's it going, everybody? Thanks for coming back. And we are all set to basically, well, we're picking up where we left off last time. Oh, and there's more guys. Okay. I need to prepare for some fights. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's those big fellers, huh? Dagnabbit. Well, let's see what we can do. Luckily, they are so slow. But, hey, this is kind of like a interesting continuation of the last time we were broadcasting. But we'll get these guys clear out. Actually, I'm kind of happy to see these fellers than the TNT miners, because those guys can, they're fast, they're wily, they can dish out a lot of hurt. Uh-oh, gonna get mixed up on who's who now. Well, we gotta kill them both anyways. Just slowly lead them around the room, waiting for our blunderbuss to do some work. But yeah, I got a couple things I want to cover today. Number one, we're going to clear out this mine, pull up all this ore, go smelt it down, sell it. Oh, here we go. And, oh, good, good. There's a bunch of them. Well, we've got the entire room down here, apparently. All right, let's get down to, hopefully I can lead them down this hallway, because usually about 5 or 6 is the most you're going to find. I'm guessing they're all here right now, based on the first one I killed and then all them guys. Okay, yeah, health's getting a little low. We should be okay, though, as long as nobody's going to bushwhack me from behind. We can just lead these guys on while we backpedal, reload, kite them around, do all that fun stuff. But there's been a couple of really interesting updates the last couple of weeks I wanted to go over today. So we'll do the mine run, do the selling as I was talking about. And then there's also a new tool in the game as of, well, just fairly recent, called a blueprint that allows you to build certain items that are only found in NPC towns, or the buildings when you hire them. Also, you can hire individual, like gunsmiths or blacksmith, those kind of things. If you don't want to build the entire building, you can just hire them up. It's a little bit cheaper, and if you have a definite tone you're setting for your town, if you're going for some sort of like maybe RP setup, oh, glad we got those guys all done. Then you can build exactly what you want to, staff it with the people to give you the NPC folk that you need, and it's really a fantastic addition. Also, there's now a wandering salesman that goes wandering around selling all sorts of snake oils and tonics and whatnot, and we're going to see if we can chase him down and see what he has to offer. But, okay, I think we should be in the clear, so let's just start our mining adventure. So I may have mentioned on an earlier episode, in fact I'm pretty sure I did, but just to remind you, when you load into the mine, there's a series of, I think 32 maps is what I was told, that you can load. Some of them have a lot more ore than others, so obviously this is the gold veins. This is where your money is. You take the gold ore, you go and smelt it down to bars, sell it on the gold exchange. Kind of like we were doing with the Skull Gang bandits, taking their gold bars that they had on them. But the silver ore still sells for a little bit. It's $2.50 a bar instead of the $10. And then iron is useful for just about everything. So we're really happy that we're finding iron on these runs as well. I've also noticed that they've, I don't know if it's a recent addition or maybe just I've been lucky or unlucky, but salt I've been finding in here. If they could ever add sulfur in, that would be really great. Because you always need to be on the lookout for sulfur if you're making your own bullets. One thing I did want to mention we found out, so I showed you guys the trick with the food smoker to get repairs. If you're playing multiplayer with a friend, another thing you do, especially if you're doing like back-to-back mine runs on the multiplayer, because you don't have the luxury of just logging out, logging back into your server and refreshing the mines when you're on your single-player server to get the order respawn and load a new map. But what you can do is actually, if you trade picks with your friend or whoever it is that you're doing your mining with, that will actually repair them as well. So just something to keep in mind if you don't want to bring like 3 or 4 picks with you, because some of these mine runs can go a little long, and you can actually use up an entire pick in one run. But just something to be aware of. Another thing to be aware of is if you're going real long in the amount of time you're spending down here, your inventory can fill up really quick. And just be aware, once your blocks are filled in, it won't even give you a message. It'll just start dumping things on the ground and you can't retrieve it. Basically just waste the item. So if you're hitting some gold nodes and you've been going for a while, it could really put a pinch in your wallet if you're trying to save up money. So just be aware, you can get rid of, you know, things that don't matter. I talked about holding on to stone if you have any plans to do railroad work at all in the future. Since this is just kind of a single player how-to guide, I'm not going to worry about it here. We'll have plenty of sand for everything else we need, but definitely if you're doing a railroad, hold on. It's worth putting a couple crates in your supply yard because the stone and sand go very quickly when you're building railroad track. So these mine runs can take a little bit of time. This is usually where it's good if you're a multiplayer, have a partner come down here and help with you, as long as you guys are okay splitting the profits or whatnot. But they can take anywhere 15 for like a quick run, maybe 30 minutes for one of these mines. There's been a lot of ore on this map, so I'm worried about my pick actually breaking while I'm down here, so I'm gonna just kind of skip the rest of the iron. We got a really good haul of a lot of iron, so it'll probably last us a while, especially for this playthrough, but I want to make sure I get the rest of the silver and the gold before I head back up top. But it's not a bad idea, especially if you know you're going to be playing single player. Bring an extra pick. We actually got lucky in one of the miners. I believe one of the miners dropped an extra pick for us. Nope, never mind, but sometimes that's a thing that they will do. You'll get sledgehammers occasionally from them as well. Wish they'd drop one of those giant axes like those guys with the hoods. That'd be pretty awesome. Riding around the Old West with giant executioner axe. Those outlaws wouldn't know what hit them. But let's do kind of a quick look around, make sure. I grabbed a little bit of coal because you're going to want to have plenty of coal to do the smelting. You just kind of using a little bit of everything from making gunpowder to running the furnaces and whatnot. But it looks like we did a pretty good job of clearing out the most vital resources, because it's all about money in this game. Any chance you can make some more money. Yep, everything, yep, looks good in there. But we'll go ahead and head back to the surface here. Yeah, okay, went the right way. Oh, there's a little bit of silver. Sometimes you'll find a couple little nuggets lurking around in the antechamber, the entrance of the mine. Grab that up. Make sure we're still good on space. Yeah, we're doing real good. Okay. So let's head on back up, and we'll get this stuff smelting right now. This is one of the advantages of having the multiple smelters set up. So we should have, I think, 3 now. So what we can do is we'll go over to the brick furnace. We'll throw our gold up in there. So again, left shift, click on that, craft all. You can use gold bars if you want to make some golden horseshoes, give them a little bit more stamina. It's not a bad way to go if you want to do that. But other than that, we got 64 bars, so 640 gold right there. And then we'll get this going. 82, that's fine. That'll be, well, let's see, probably about 25 some odd dollars. Is that all the coal I came up with? Oh well. Doesn't take a whole lot of coal to do a good smelting run. And then I don't want to put all of my iron in there. We'll do, let's say, about 100. 100. No, we will not. I guess we didn't have enough of that. That's fine. We will just do all we can then. 88. That's fine. I forget how quickly it goes sometimes. But we're going to go over to the furnace then. Actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to make sure I repair my pick so I don't forget. And then, as was pointed out to me by somebody in the Outlaws of the Old West Discord channel, if you ever get a chance, just do the mouse over pick to put that. So I just moused over, hit the number 1, it goes down there. I was hearing stories of people that try to drag down to their inventory, you know, put it down there or whatever, and they'll misclick and it'll miss, and then it'll just be deleted completely. People losing gold guns and whatnot. Horrible, horrible stuff. Let's go in here because we're going to build some blueprints, and one of the things we're going to need for blueprints is a bunch of wood. Let's see if we got any wood that we can convert in here. We got a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll need to get some more wood here soon, though, because we're going to be playing around a little bit with the blueprint and everything that it can be. Whoop, no, not timber or planks this time. We need 50 paper. There we go. And that's going to take about 4 minutes, so we'll just let that crank for a bit. And let's go check to see our smelting. I want to grab a couple of... Do we have some iron bars on us? Check our stockpile again, because I do want to get a decent shotgun crafted. Okay, we're really low on all that stuff. Oh man, I want a gunsmith so bad. We'll get one. Oh, we had a extra pick. We could have brought that down with us. That's fine. It's all fine. Get the rest of that dust. What a user actually in the Discord also was saying that they were watching the last video and were like, oh, you got stuck, you know, with all those button presses on the dust. If you go up and interact, you can sometimes pull all resources. That works on some items. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the grinder. I went and checked it immediately. I was like, wow, is it that simple? Not quite. You're kind of stuck still, at least as far as I can tell, because there's, yeah. Speaking of, let's get some sand going. Wow, so there's 2 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah, take all isn't doing it. And yeah, cancel doesn't do it. Let's see if moving does it. Nope. So that grinder is committed for a while now, because I'm not going to click through that. But if we ever need sand, we'll have plenty. I'll probably just let my game idle while I go to a movie or something like that. Just let it continue to crank through that stuff. All right, anyways, back to the bars. Okay, it's coming along, coming along. We can go sell that lot if we want. Mostly I want to get some iron. There's 12 iron. We're getting close. Because we're going to need planks, and we're going to need iron bars to make some of the higher end guns, so we'll get those ready. Let the paper run, let the sand grind, do all those things. Let's check on the old oil derrick, see if it's actually pulled up anything yet. Yeah, we got a little bit. No reason to go pull it off there. Well, keep it going so I never have to really worry about that again. But we'll go over to the gold exchange, sell what we've gotten. And I'll take a second to show you some of the other contract folks that you can get a hold of now. So next are $220, and this is basically one of the more efficient ways to make money. You got to risk yourself a little bit down in the mine, but overall it's not too bad as long as you come prepared. And then we'll sell that, and yeah, it's 30. Oh, okay, it's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. So over to our mailbox. We go into contract. You can see we can hire individual guards, the mine shafts. Auctioneer, I haven't gotten to play with that yet. Give that a go. We started up a new server for our roleplay for Bodge County RP. And actually, if you go to Twitch, you can look for that tag and you can see our little community playing. We are looking for more people, so if you're interested, leave a comment or join my Discord on Twitch. I do try to stream almost every day of the week for at least a little bit. But here we see twitch.tv/captain_archer. Just so you know. It's in the notes. But anyways, so the bank teller, barber, whatever, bartender, blacksmith. One of the usually first ones, gun store clerk is really handy to have. $6,000, so we're, 10% of the way there. It's going to take a minute. I like the horse breeder too, but I like horsies, so that makes sense. Blacksmith isn't too bad, especially if you just want to be doing that. And everything else is kind of cosmetic or whatnot. But you can like build your own hotel, because the hotel that you get if you buy the actual contract here, you can't use. It actually just has stairs that kind of go up into nothing. So you can actually build a hotel, staff it up, maybe put a bartender down there, do all that kind of fun stuff. This is, again, where it's a lot of fun and a lot less work if you have multiple people working on the same projects. But, so yeah, that's kind of that overview. The other thing, let's go see how our paper's coming along. There we go, we got our 50 papers. So we'll go into our crafting and we'll look for that little blue cone there. Blueprints. So 30 seconds to craft that, and this is going to be a new tool for us, like the hammer or the saw, the various hammers, like the mallet and whatnot. This is the tool that allows us to access some of the prop pieces from the NPC shops or structures that we can then implement and into our own kind of play experience. So as soon as that gets done, put that on the number 3. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so once again, you hold down the right mouse button, it brings up the wheel with all the different shops in there. You don't get everything that's accessible, but you get some cool ones. So like the bank items, you can actually, you can build like teller windows and things. There's a big bank top. I'm gonna grab some resources so we kind of see what they look like. And then some of the tile set items in there. These are really good if you want to set up like a pawn shop or something like that. Really, really cool pieces. Barber items, we got the chair, and then we got like the top of the building, so you can kind of, if you build a storefront, you can pop it up front there. Blacksmith, very basic blacksmith sign. You got the grinder, little hanging sign. General store. The cash register is really cool because that'll work for multiple. If you're setting up, like we're in our new town, I've got a little mountain trading post, so I have a gunsmith set up. He's got a little cash register in front of him. Just set the scene, do all that kind of fun stuff. General store, we got that. Gunsmith. There's actually some really nice cases in here, so if you want to make a display, actually use the gun shop canopy here to be the kind of the front of my general store, because I could actually set the sign. It says trading post on it now. Pretty cool stuff. A hotel is fantastic. There's some great furniture pieces, especially if you're going for a more, hoity-toity, highfalutin kind of build, not just your log cabin kind of stuff. So you get some nice rugs in there. You can put a steeple. I know Tom Griss, who also does YouTube videos, he did a steeple for a church in the old Gold Nugget area in Silverton, and then the chairs are mighty nice. But most importantly, it's the only way to get a decent bed that isn't just like a scratchy straw mattress kind of look. So these are what most of the guys use for building the beds in their houses. So they're not too bad to make. A little bit of canvas, etc. But some really nice stuff in there. I really like the hotel items. The saloon, mostly signs. You got a grandfather clock. It's all good. Yep, saloon. Stable items, not really. It says there's a sign. I haven't. Let me go grab some planks and ore to see what that's all about. There's some planks right there. Take all them. See if we got enough for that. Okay, so giant sign. Guess we could pop it around. Looks like it's blank, so you might be able to set it. It's a lot of resources I don't want to burn just on a curious, but you can kind of get the idea of what that's all about. It's actually kind of a nice little sign. And then the tailor items. There's some more great prop pieces in here. The lanterns are fantastic. The counter is great. That's a lot of planks, though. I'm not going to mess with that right now. The center table's not too bad. We have this set up for our gold exchange guy. We just hired one of those guys in. That's actually a really good way. I wish I'd known. Would have saved us about $50 when we were setting up this little gold exchange. I could have just hired old Clarence inside here and put him in the house and like, okay, Clarence, this is where you live now, and this is where you do business. Get used to it. I'm going to chain you up to the stove. Just kidding, we don't have a stove. You're going to freeze. But you get the little signs, little props. Great rug there. This is the only way you can get rugs in the game, so good stuff. Overall, really like the whole blueprint thing. Play around with it, have some fun. It really takes it kind of that next level for setting up props and all that. Let's go back to the smelter, see how we're doing here. Oh, we still got a lot of iron going. That's fine. Yep, silver's still cranking away, and yep, gold's done. Let's go ahead and extinguish that. We'll go sell to old Clarence over there. Then I think next we're going to work on getting... we need some more sulfur. We really need sulfur. It's another 420, $75. And yeah, and so on. So 1103, not too bad. We're kind of storing up there. Definitely, if we had access to a gunsmith, we can go buy a much better gun than what we have right now. But as it stands, let's see about... Let's get that bootleg. Yeah, start making that bootleg. And let me see where we're at on the grinding. I know I had a little bit of sulfur in my inventory just to get a few pieces of buckshot together. And the grinders. Oh yeah, the grinder is going to be grinding for 1,000,000 years now. I'll probably need to just build a second one at some point. We'll queue that up. Like I said, we're just going to let that run forever. You can also buy ammunition from the gunsmith. I don't recommend it too much because it is really expensive. But if you got money to burn, I do not. It is an option that's available to you. Are we hungry again? We are absolutely. We're always hungry. What can I say? Need to go fill up the canteen again, too. Try to check the horse. I haven't checked him in a little bit. Yeah, he's doing fine. I do want to set up a beehive. I've been meaning to do this for a while. This is kind of like, sure, it's a beehive, but actually it's an all-in-one, horse care center because it produces honey, which is the best. Horses love honey. I don't know if you knew that. I did not know that, but they do. So we'll pop one of those out. Really, that's all you need because the honey lasts a long time. If you want the wax to make candles and things like that, then follow your dreams. But it restocks pretty fast. And again, of course, it'll be ticking through and producing if you've got a persistent online server. There we go. We'll just throw that little apiary over here. And, oh, bees running around. Oh! And then you can just kind of take all items and it'll pop anything in there. It's going to need a little time to crank, so we'll just let that go. One of the other projects I wanted to set up was getting an actual saddle station going for our, to build a saddle for our horse. It adds a little bit of weight. Not that it's a big deal in this, but also looks pretty good instead of just riding around bareback everywhere. And then we'll get some, since we got silver still cranked, we'll make some silver horseshoes, add a little bit of stamina. Basically, it adds an extra level of energy to the horses, so it's a pretty good investment. I could have held back some gold, but, I'd rather just have the money at this point. I think it takes only like 5 bars. It's not too bad. But silver we can spare a little bit easier. Hey, fall down. Are you gonna fall down? Oh, wow, okay. Let's grab some silver off of here. Yeah, we got plenty right there. That's good. Yeah, overall it was a really good mine run. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll Oh, we're gonna build one. How about that? 20 seconds there. Let's see what we need for the saddle stand. Oh, looks like we got everything we need, so we'll get that cranking. 15 seconds there, 10 seconds there. And then this depending on what saddle you're going to build, they have very different sizes and shapes and whatnot to them, but you're going to need plant fiber, you're probably going to need some leather. Not sure how we're situated for leather. I think we're probably a little bit light right now. By a little bit, I mean a lot. But we're just going to leave the old saddle station outside, I think. Just pop it over here in the corner. It's filling up really quick inside the little cabin there. My next episode, I actually might build a larger brick building. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build a barn, I think. Barns are a really cool tile set. They require a lot of planks and iron, but they definitely look very iconic and are awesome if you can put them together. So we need 5 leather. That's fine. I think they all need at least a little bit of leather. Yeah, 15. And then it only needs 1 leather, but it needs canvas and all that. That's fine. All right, let me see if we got some leather lurking around. Oh, okay, we had enough rawhide to craft up a couple of pieces. Good deal. That's fine. Add to our miniature arsenal of weapons that eventually I hope that we'll have. Oh, you know what? I had a bootleg. What a silly goof. You guys are probably yelling at me. It's like, oh, you already got one. I was like, oh, that was a week ago. I don't remember. Got a little bit of gunpowder. Wow, that was kind of a waste. But that's fine. We got backups now. It's just planks and ore. It's fairly easy to come by. You hate duplicating effort, though, don't you? I know I do. That's fine. Okay. Go back here, grab our leather. And I want to get my my horse all equipped up. Wait. Oh, of course, because of course it uses rawhide. Gosh darn it. Did it all get used up? Of course it did. That's what you get for not paying attention. Yeah, not enough leather to do those. Okay, we'll take a second. Let's go do some hunting, I guess. Come along. Wait, no. I haven't ridden my horse today yet, so it won't come when called. But that is basically what this game boils down to is, okay, we got to go do some chores. I need these items. Let's go find these items. Come back. And I'm like, oh, now I'm out of this other one. Hopefully there should be like some buffalo or a bear or something. What do we need, like 5 or 10? Let's make sure we get 10 while we're out here. I mean, you could kill a horse, but that's monstrous. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking. Hey there, buddy. Whoa! Alright, well. Hey, reload. I know I hit reload. Sometimes when you're shifting camera views, it can get a little sticky and not, take your button input, so just be aware. It happens to me a lot because I turn the frames off a lot when I'm doing RP and then switch between things, so sometimes when I'm switching back too fast, it won't, register. Oh, we got a desperado down here. Some sort of bank thief, I think? Well, howdy, partner. I'm your Huckleberry. Quit dancing around. Come on. There we go. Yeah, Blunderbuss is pretty nice for this. Just picked up a gold 1875 rem on my Rance Archer character on the RP server. I like it. It's a good-looking gun. Works pretty good. It ain't no sharps, or sharp rifle, but it's still a lot of fun. Okay, so we got a little bit of rawhide there. How much did we end up? 7? Okay, let's get at least 1 more down here. Ooh, let's grab this plant fiber while I'm here, too. Need that stuff for canvas periodically. And, oh, lo and behold. Is that some sulfur I see with my little eyes? It surely is. Nice. Alright, one more critter. Ooh, there's a critter right there. And the fact that the blunderbuss just uses an iron ball is really good. So the ammo lasts a long time. So it's really ideal for hunting. 2 more rawhide. Ooh, did we get to 10? We did not. We got 1 more to go. Sorry if you guys are getting a little thumps and taps with the microphone. I tried a new setup today, and I don't think it's going to work. I'll have it fixed for next time for sure, though. Oh, there we go. There's a deer. Coyote right there dropping out of the sky, you know, as they do. Okay, that should be more than sufficient. We'll go back, get a saddle. We'll take a look at our smelting items again real fast, and then we're going to set off to see if we can go find that little trader that wanders around in the wagon. Because I am curious. I'm probably not going to buy anything because money is really dear right now. But let's go to our saddle station. Okay, so we can make that first saddle, which is fine. So it gives you 10 extra storage. Again, doesn't mean a whole lot right now. It's kind of the style. And actually, it's one of the better looking saddles that I like. I think the other one I use a lot is the second one. But we go on here. We hit F to go into our horse inventory here. Yeah, those berries are spoiling. I should check that beehive too. But just throw these in inventory, the horseshoe. These are the only items they really get equipped. But pop on there, pop on there. That gives us 100 durability, plus 10 stamina. So extra stamina is really nice. But yep, there we go. So we got a saddle for our horse finally. Look at us. One of these days we'll even have maybe like a fur hat or a cowboy hat or something. Wouldn't that be something? Let's take all that and extinguish those fires. And, oh, okay, we're almost done. We'll wait for these last few. Man, 15 seconds per bar. It seems like a lot. I want to make sure I'm not wasting excess coal, though, so it's worth the few seconds to make sure we're maximizing our efficiency and not wasting resources, because this is a game of resources. All right, Buttercup, let's get on down to the river, get you watered, fill up my canteen, and then we're going to set out to explore the Wild West and this witch doctor, snake oil salesman, what have you. See what he's all about. Fill up the bucket just in case. Got the canteen. And here we go. No way to tell where they're going. All I know about it is that he's supposed to be in a wagon just kind of wandering around randomly, so we're just going to pick a direction and ride. I'm guessing downhill, and we'll try to get up to some high vantage points and take a look around. Did happen to find a bandit camp. We'll probably find a couple of these while we're out here looking around. Oh, and wolves. That's good. Let's hey fellas, you met my wolves here yet? They're mighty hungry for human flesh. And that's actually a thing you can do. Is wolves or other aggressive animals that spawn near bandit camps, they will actually go and attack them. Oh, let's see how this plays out. Yeah, look out for that one. He's mighty bitey. Yeah, he don't like no sass. Nope, not me. I'm the guy on the horse. Those are the guys with bullets what were shooting you. Alright, let's get this guy before he goes too far. Okay, that was the leader too anyways. He's being Danafellers. Hey, 16 monies, I'll take it. I will take your money and put them in my pocket. Wolves, thank you for your assistance. I will let you now chew on the bodies. Give them a good gnawing. as recompense for your services. Oh, well, there we go. Thank you for waiting patiently. Oh, wow, aren't you a stout fellow? Fighting wolves made you strong and leveling up. Some more pistol ammo. Always love the pistol ammo. And so we return back to the prairie in the search for a source of snake oil. I mean, he's got supply, I got demand. Well, I don't really want it, but we're going to take a look at it anyhow. Also, sulfur. Now, if that guy would sell some sulfur, he would be a, well, not wealthy man, but less poor for sure. If there happen to be any wandering wizards listening in, why not have him sell sulfur powder, huh? Make a little money. I wouldn't mind that at all. Another thing I want to talk about, so I mentioned this previously, if you're playing in the desert biome, these things are fantastic. Gives you these cactus fruits, so we got a fair amount of them there. And yeah, they give you both, well, I'm kind of topped off on both, but you can eat them. You can see it popping up to 100 on each. Food and water in one source. How nice. Surviving in the desert has never been so tasty. So it occurred to me as I was fighting this little bandit what just disappeared on your screen, that sometimes I will stay on my horse, sometimes I will not when I'm fighting bandits. Usually if it's a little bit tougher like Skull Gang, I will stay on. Number one, because the mobility, if I need to get the heck out of the way and recover some health, or just, you know, put some distance between us to, you know, spread them out a little bit, staying on the horse can be really beneficial. Also, the horse kind of acts to spread out the damage because they will hit that instead of you sometimes. So you kind of get a combined life pool. You just got to keep an eye out because, you know, horses aren't invincible. They have their own little life track underneath there. Well, up here. So 250 health. You can pump it a little bit, but again, usually there's not too much that's going to really threaten a horse. But just be mindful of it for using it to kind of tank some of the damage off of like the Skull Gang. Bandit guys won't do enough damage to actually, you know, threaten you or the horse. And if there's a bear, you can just ride away. So, yeah. But we're going to continue searching. I was just doing a little searching online, and it seems like the desert area has a better chance, maybe because it's just a little bit flatter and easier to look around, of finding the wandering salesman. So we're going to spend a little time looking over here. But I've been having a lot of luck finding extra bandit camps along the way, getting some sulfur. So we're adding to our supplies, getting some rawhide here and there. So it's actually not just a waste of time to go riding around looking for it. Sometimes exploring will get you some of those rare resources you might be light on. Open up some areas that you can come back to later if you got like bandit camp spawns. Grab some more cactus fruit, all that kind of stuff. Ow, 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 so prickly. Plant fiber is always good. And there's definitely stuff in the desert biome. I just realized this is kind of our first time here on the playthrough. But there is stuff here that you will not find elsewhere. Specifically, donkeys. Now, I've talked about the trouble of getting donkeys back to your home area. They are extremely slow. So even if you're having them follow you all the way back, it can take you a little while. Additionally, you know, they're questionably useful. You can use them for the tier 1 mines, all that kind of thing, which isn't bad if that's the way you want to go. I would definitely suggest setting up near, if not in the desert area. Sometimes on the edge, you kind of saw earlier with that first cactus plant that we found. It's kind of a chaparral area, so you can get a little bit of resources of both areas. It's not a bad way to go. But there's definitely stuff to recommend, the desert living. Additionally, if again, this is something I think I mentioned in the first or second video, if you have a stable hand that you can sell horses to, donkeys are worth $200. $200 $200. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Might be worth your time to do that if you can get one situated near the desert area. One of the things that can make that really lucrative, though, is because you will find definite areas where creatures will consistently spawn, whether it's bandit camps or herds of buffalo or even donkeys. If you can get a lock-in on a place where they'll keep respawning, then hey, that is a good source of income that doesn't take a lot of time or effort. Just kind of go and give them a rope and take them on back to the stable, hand transfer ownership, get your $200. I realize now when I started talking about the desert area, I called it flat. It is not. Well, at least some of it isn't. Some of it is. You will also run into some real verticality issues here. So as you can see, we're pretty high up here, which is actually pretty good because hopefully we can see a fair distance. You'll want to watch the fall damage on your horse. They can actually take quite a bit, but you can kill them if you fall from too high. Just something to keep in mind. Let's see if we can spy. Should have made some binoculars to bring with me. Honestly, didn't think it'd be this difficult to find this guy. I figured guy wandering around in a wagon would be pretty easy to spot. Yet here we are. Ooh. Yeah, this is real pretty. I like the desert map set. It is a nice biome. Honestly, all of them are pretty good. I think the prairie gets a little old, but you can't beat it for resource availability. But we're setting up in the mountains right now, in the snowy areas, and that's pretty nice too. The only trouble we're finding is getting up and down the hill when we go to visit other players down in the valley. Whoop. So here we go. Let's see if our horse survives. Yeah, so as you see, 96 out of 250. They can take quite a bit of fall damage. I try not to do that because I have killed forces before on the jumping, but you don't have to baby them too much. I'm wondering if they're going to adjust that ever. I'm sure you could probably, if you got a private server, you can adjust that, but we're just playing stock standard, single player, just plays it how as we sees it. Well, here's something funny that happened. So I'm still riding around looking for that wandering peddler, and I came upon this cabin, and I about lost my mind for a second. I was like, wait, am I still on my single player? There should be no other cabins in this area. And I completely forgot that I had apparently built and placed this one back when I first got the game, was trying to figure out the basics. So yeah, I hadn't even figured out how to make a bed or a door or anything yet, but I was like, yep, that's looks like a cabin I would build. But I just thought that was really funny. I completely forgot this thing existed because we picked an entirely new site when I started the playthrough for this. And yeah, I was like, oh, are they adding NPC structures in that you can find? It's like, nope, I played myself, got it. Alright. Anyways, back on the trail. Speaking of houses, if you recall way back in episode 1 a couple weeks ago, when we were building our cabin, we found that one little tile that wouldn't let us place a structure on there, or a foundation for the cabin. Apparently, according to Tom Griss, who I was streaming when I ran into this problem again. I was like, what is causing this? And apparently the fix, though, is that you can relog and come back in and that'll fix it. Or you can just get on a horse and ride away until it basically undraws, and then when you come back it redraws, and then you should be able to place. And that's happened a handful of times since then, and that always seems to do the trick. But I thought I'd pass that along in case that's something you guys encounter, because it does happen fairly often. Well, shut up. I was literally on my way back to the cabin to say I could not find him. I spent about probably 2.5, 3 hours, including jumping onto my online session, trying to find find some folks that would help me find him. And sure enough, the second I stop looking and give up and saying, sorry, I'll update when I can, wouldn't you know, there he is. Well, that is cool. All right. I can't believe we actually found him. This is such a big map. I really did kind of underestimated the task I set for myself, because I have no idea if they have any multiples of these wandering around. This is obviously the first one I found, so... Well, let's see what it's all about here. Howdy there, partner. What do you got for me? So we've got smoke bombs. Ooh, that seems fun. And we've got Sasquatch repellent. Well, that's how you know it's working. There's no Sasquatches around here. We got snake oil. 100% pure snake oil. Fix all that ails you. Ails you? Poison bottle. This toxic concoction will cause nothing but sorrow. Medicine bottle. Not feeling great? This is a sure way to fix you up. Huh. Anti-venom. Oh, okay, so if you have the poison, you get the anti-venom. All right. Wonder if they're going to add rattlesnakes in the game other than just statues from the taxidermist. Oh, boy. I'm just seeing the amount of money this is going to cost. I want to give it a try. Oh, there's venom. Okay, from a poisonous animal. Poison. Okay. So poison and venom are different things. Energy booster needs some pep in your step. The magical tonic is sure to pump you up. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they'd make a horse tonic. That would be fantastic. And then soap. You're dirty. Use this to clean up. That's pretty funny. All right, well, let's get a couple of these things. We do have that money from our mine run. Didn't really want to spend it on literal snake oil, but let's see what it does, if anything. So get some soap, energy booster, venom, anti-venom, medicine bottle, poison bottle, snake oil, Sasquatch repellent, and I'm going to get a couple smoke bombs. Yeah. Okay, well, let's take a second here. It's a pretty cool little booth, and you saw as soon as we got near, he unfurled his medicine wagon. Only $5, if only that was the case. Holy cow. We spent a lot more than $5 there. We spent a couple $100. But a really cool little thing. Going and looking for him, especially in a single player, wow, that is something you're going to chance upon this guy. Putting any plans to go out and find him is it's really difficult. We super lucked out there. I was literally about to go throw in the towel, put up some screenshots of other people that had found him, and say, hey, we'll find him when we can. But really happy about that. So let's get back to the cabin, just in case this poison finishes us off. Thank you, mister. I will see you later, or never, if this stuff kills me, I guess. But let's head on back, and we'll try things out, see how it goes. Oof. Man, it wasn't even very far from our house, too, at the end of it. I don't know if you can kind of see the loop we did today, but that's basically all of this is from what I was doing today, all the way up here, back down, around. Yeah, we put quite a few miles on Old Buttercup today, but it paid off, and now we're going to get to enjoy the fruits of our labor, I guess. Yeah, we're the snake oils of our labor, as it were. But here we go. All right, so we got back to the cabin, and we've got all of our stuff from the snake oil. So let's take a look. I'm gonna take off my mask and have it turned to face to see if he turns green and expires from whatever it is we're gonna throw down our poor avatar's face here. But it's kind of dark. This is something I'm meaning to do for a while, so while I'm here, let's go over to the metal bench. I want to put up a couple of hanging lanterns. I like the lanterns a lot because they're very resource inexpensive. But since we've gone all afternoon, let's go hit up the beehive, since we have been letting them do their bee things. And take all items there. Oh yeah, turns out that wax is mighty heavy. So we've got 19 wax, and where's the honey? We get any honey? Oh yeah, we did. We got 43. So like I said, especially for single player, 43 is going to last probably like nearly, as far as we're concerned, forever on this horse. And the great thing is, because it doesn't waste, this is really the key. It does not go to those little nuggets of like spoiled food. It'll just stay in inventory, and they'll eat it slowly, and it'll be always there for them to utilize. But okay, so those should be done. Let's grab those and get those put up real quick. And get a nice little wall segment to hang it on. Here's the door here, why not? Yeah, we'll just pop it right there and light that right up. Sometimes it takes a second for it to pop on. Yeah, there it goes. And we'll put one over by the bed. I can't wait to see what happens with these things. There we go. Okay, let's spin the camera around here, and oh, what a handsome double. Okay, where do we start first? Let's go with the soap. I'm really curious. Oh, I did have one thing I wanted to try out, though. We're going to do a little bit of live experimentation. I want a throwing knife. I'm going to do, like, 3. I'm curious if you can actually poison weapons or something, so we're going to try to consume the items while they're equipped. Just in case. I don't have a lot of hope that that will be the case, but let's go ahead and pop that in. We'll put this in our number 1. Get it out. Yeah, there we got a little knife. I actually have never used the throwing knives either. Does it just chuck them automatically? Oh no, you can actually get real stabby with them too. That's actually good to know. But then if you right click, yeah, there it goes. Ba-pang! Nice. Oh, I'm gonna have to start using these things. I'm gonna have to start using these things. That's too cool. Can we pick it up? Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but still. I wish they'd kind of stay there. I'm sure they'll probably despawn after a while. But they look pretty cool. Nice little decorations. You can have one sticking out of the table. Whatnot. Alright, let's re-equip that. Let's start out with... We want to do Venom. Let's wait on the Venom. Energy booster. Let's give that a go. Yeah, that's... Okay, so we see our energy right now is 100. We're sprinting, we're sprinting, we're sprinting. Still sprinting, please. And then I'm going to hit the energy booster. Stamina gauge. Huh. Okay. Oh, it caps it. Interesting. Okay, so it won't let it go below 50% for this, and we can just keep sprinting forever. Now, if they let you put this in the horse feed slot, I kind of wish I'd bought a second one. Pretty sure they would say if it worked for the horse. But that's kind of cool. If you need to be... What the actual benefits are, practical benefits, I can't imagine. Maybe if you just start the game. Well, you're not going to have any cash when you just start the game. You don't have a horse yet. But, okay, we got that. That's a thing. And so we've got the soap. Let's try the soap. So, let's once again go in third person here. Just in case there's some sort of like visual cue. Okay, well, I am soaped. I didn't see any stats change or anything, so... Okay, well, for RP, mostly just to... Oh. It's still there, huh? Let's try right-clicking it. Okay, it looks like it was probably... Yeah, I can't move it or anything, so it was consumed. Doesn't seem to do anything right now. Well, till they install the smell-o-vision patch, I guess. Sasquatch repellent. Guaranteed to probably keep Sasquatch away. 80% of the time it works every time. Oh, yeah. Boom. Okay. I think we use that, and once again, it's kind of lingering in inventory. But, yeah, I'd love to have a little buff, like anti-Samsquatch or something like that. That'd be cool. Then we've got... Poison bottle. Oh boy. Whoops. Well, actually I wanted to equip those. And we'll put the poison bottle on. And let's see what happens. Poison gauge. Okay, well, I got a poison gauge now. It's going down. Okay, so I wonder how much poison you'd have to consume to actually kill yourself. If it even does that. Let's try the venom. Oh, there's a venom gauge too. Poison and venom are two different things. One you ingest, one is injected, or something like that. I want to see if this does anything. Oh, well, we shut the door. That was good. It really looks like you should be able to pick those back up. I kind of like those knives, though. They're not too expensive to make. Be fun to goof around with them. All right, medicine bottle. Let's see what this does. Nope, nothing. Looks like it got consumed again. Yeah, can't move it. All right, and then we've got anti-venom. Let's try that out. Boink. Okay, yeah, got rid of the venom. Got, I think the poison was already gone, but that did the thing. And that's pretty much it. Snake oil, well, I guess we gotta... Did we already try the snake oil? Nope. Okay, and that does nothing. Weird, I thought the snake oil would work. I'm shocked, guys. This is, Oh, well, we got one last thing. I figured this would probably be the most fun. Let's go on out here. Let's go outside. I want to smoke out my house. Oh, here we go. Hey, Clarence, got a present for you. Ooh, look at that go. That's pretty slick. Now, it doesn't last very long, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. I like how they, it looks like the smoke drifts in the... Well, that one's going pretty much straight up. It looked like it might be going to the left. Let's throw another one, shall we? Kablam! Who summoned me? That's pretty cool. Maybe if you chucked a couple of them, you could, like, mount an assault on, if you're on a PvP server or something. It's kind of fun. I like that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the old snake oil salesman, traveling salesman. Definitely give it a look when you get a chance. And if you guys experiment and find uses for some of those other items, go ahead and leave a comment below. Otherwise, you can always catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/captain_archer. Do remember to follow, like, subscribe, all that great stuff. Really helps support the channel, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon, cowboys.